Hey everyone, welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. Before we jump in, I want to ask you something a little different. How often do we watch a video, listen to a sermon, or hear a message that really hits home, and then, we just move on? We feel that spark, that moment of connection or clarity, but we let it pass by quietly. We don't share it. We don't give it a voice. Today, I want to change that. This isn't just about you passively listening and me talking. This is about creating a space where we can all be part of the conversation. I truly believe that when something resonates with you, when you feel that little nudge inside, that's not just for you. Your insight, your revelation, your aha moment could be the very thing someone else needs to hear today. So, here's my invitation to you. As you listen to this message, don't just be a consumer of content, be a contributor to the community. When a particular thought, a specific phrase, or an idea lights something up within you, I want you to do something about it. Pause the video for a second and head down to the comments section. Share what it was that touched you. It doesn't have to be a long essay. It can be a single sentence. Maybe it's a question that popped into your mind. Maybe it's a memory that surfaced. Maybe it's a simple feeling of peace or a sudden burst of hope. Whatever it is, write it down. Let your voice be part of this moment. You might be thinking, why? My little comment won't make a difference. But that's where you're wrong. Think about it. So many of us go through life feeling like we're the only ones struggling with a certain doubt, wrestling with a particular question, or experiencing a unique joy. We feel isolated in our own journey. But when you share what's on your heart, you break that isolation. Someone else, scrolling through the comments, might read your words and think, wow, I'm not alone. Someone else gets it. Your testimony, your simple act of sharing, can be a powerful confirmation for another person. It can be the sign they were looking for, the encouragement they desperately needed to keep going. This isn't about seeking attention or trying to sound profound. It's about stewardship. It's about taking what has been stirred within you and offering it as a gift to the community. It's an act of generosity. Your vulnerability becomes a source of strength for others. Your story becomes a beacon of light in someone else's darkness. Imagine the ripple effect. One person shares, which encourages another, and then another. Suddenly, the comment section isn't just a list of opinions. It becomes a living tapestry of shared experiences, a collection of testimonies that build faith and foster connection. It transforms this digital space into a genuine fellowship. Let's talk about the nature of inspiration. It's often fleeting, isn't it? It's like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. In our fast-paced world, we are constantly bombarded with information. We scroll, we watch, we listen, and we move on to the next thing. The moments that are meant to shape us, to grow us, often get lost in the noise. But when you take a deliberate action, like writing down your thoughts, you anchor that moment. You're telling yourself, this matters, this is important. It helps you process what you've heard on a deeper level. It moves the message from just your head to your heart, and then out through your hands as you type. It solidifies the lesson in your own spirit. So often we listen, but we don't truly express. We have these incredible, profound things happening inside of us, but they stay locked away. We might think about them for a while, but then the busyness of life takes over, and the feeling fades. Sharing is a way to honor that inner experience. It's a way to give thanks for it. And let's be honest, sometimes it's scary to share. We worry about what others will think. Will they judge us? Will he sound silly? I want to assure you that this is a safe space. We're building a community here based on respect, encouragement, and love. Your perspective is valuable. Your journey is unique and important. Think of it this way. Your experience is a piece of a much larger puzzle. By itself, it might seem small or incomplete, but when you place it alongside the pieces shared by others, a beautiful and intricate picture begins to form. We start to see the bigger story that is being woven through all of our lives. We see patterns of grace, themes of redemption, and a common thread of hope that connects us all. I've seen this happen time and time again. I'll read a comment from someone sharing a struggle, and then, right below it, another comment from someone else offering a word of prayer or sharing how they overcame a similar challenge. That is the church in action. That is community in its purest form. It's bearing one another's burdens and celebrating one another's breakthroughs. This isn't just for today. I want this to become a habit for us, a new way of engaging with each other. Let's make this space more than just a platform for content, but a place for connection. A place where voices are heard, stories are valued, and lives are changed. So, as we continue, Keep your heart and mind open. Be attentive to that inner voice, and when it speaks, don't let it pass by in silence. Grab your phone or keyboard and share what's on your mind. You never know whose life you might touch. Your words have power. Your story matters. Let's commit to this together. Let's not just be listeners, but active participants. Let's not just receive, but also give. By sharing what's happening within us, we contribute to a collective experience that is far richer and more impactful than anything we could experience alone. Let this be a place where we can all grow together. I'm excited to read what you have to share. I'll be down there in the comments with you, reading, responding, and being encouraged by your insights. Thank you for being willing to be vulnerable and for being a vital part of this community. Now, let's get into the rest of today's message. And remember, I'm waiting to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you. With deepest respect to every soul listening right now, to every heart that carried pain into this moment, and to every person who pressed play. Not because life is easy, but because something inside you is still searching for direction, meaning, and hope. I see you. I may not know your name or the specific weight you carry, but I recognize the quiet strength it takes to keep going, to keep searching. This isn't just another video. This is a space, a sanctuary for a few minutes, where we can pause the noise of the outside world, the endless demands, the expectations, the constant feeling of not being enough. Let's just set all of that aside. Right here, right now, you are enough. The fact that you are here, seeking, is proof of an incredible resilience that resides within you. Many of us walk through life feeling like we're missing a map. We see others who seem to have it all figured out, their paths straight and clear, while ours feels like a tangled mess of detours and dead ends. We ask ourselves, am I doing this right? Is this all there is? Why do I feel so lost? These are not signs of weakness. They are the honest questions of a soul that is awake and yearning for more than just survival. They are the questions that lead to discovery. Think about the times you felt most alive. Was it when you were following a pre-written script, or was it in those spontaneous moments of connection, creativity, or courage? Meaning isn't something we find under a rock or receive as a prize. It's something we build, day by day, choice by choice. It's found in the kindness we offer a stranger, the passion we pour into a hobby, the forgiveness we grant ourselves for not being perfect. Your direction isn't a destination on a GPS. It's a compass in your heart. That compass is your intuition, your values, your quietest desires. The world shouts so loudly that it's easy to miss its subtle pull. But if you get quiet, if you truly listen, you can feel it. It points you not towards what's easy, but towards what's true for you. Maybe it's pointing you towards a difficult conversation you need to have, a creative project you've been putting off, or simply towards taking better care of your own well-being. Let's talk about hope. Hope is not the blind belief that nothing bad will ever happen. That's not realistic. Hope is the unwavering conviction that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. It's the little voice that whispers, try again after a fall. It's the warmth of the sun after a long, cold night. Hope is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. You exercise it by celebrating small wins, by looking for the good in people, and by believing in the possibility of a better tomorrow, even when today is hard. Look at your own history. You have survived 100% of your worst days. You have navigated storms you thought would break you. You have carried burdens that felt impossibly heavy. That wasn't luck. That was you. That was your strength, your resilience, your spirit refusing to be extinguished. You've done it before, and you can do it again. The evidence of your power is written all over your past. So, what can we do, right now, to start building that meaning and finding that direction? Let's make it simple. Let's not overwhelm ourselves. First, practice presence. Your life isn't in the past or the future. It's right here. Second, connect with something outside of yourself. It could be nature. Go for a walk and really look at the details of a leaf or the color of the sky. It could be another person. Have a real conversation, not just a surface-level chat. Ask someone how they're truly doing and listen to the answer. Or it could be a creative act. Doodle, write a sentence, hum a tune. Connection reminds us that we are part of something much bigger than our own problems. And third, and this is the most important, be kind to yourself. The voice in your head can be your harshest critic or your greatest ally. Choose to make it your ally. When you make a mistake, instead of berating yourself, try saying, "That was a learning experience. I'll do better next time." Speak to yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend. You're worthy of your own kindness. Your journey is uniquely yours. There is no timeline you need to follow, no benchmark you have to hit. And it'll be there on your last. So take a deep breath. There are millions of us, all trying to figure it out, all searching for our own North Star. The simple act of showing up for your life today is an act of immense courage. If you are struggling, please know that reaching out for help is a sign of incredible strength. Talking to a friend, a family member, or a mental health professional can provide the support and perspective you need. You don't have to carry this weight by yourself. There are people who want to help. Thank you for spending this time here. Thank you for honoring that searching part of yourself. Keep listening to that inner voice. Keep taking those small steps. Keep believing in the hope that is your birthright. You've got this, more than you know. Thank you for listening, and please take care of yourself. If you've been putting on a brave face, acting like you're okay when you're not, pretending you're strong when you feel like you're falling apart, then this message is for you. There are seasons where God does not shout, He whispers. Seasons where He does not explain, He leads. And those seasons are often the most painful ones. Many of you have been asking questions you don't say out loud. Questions that haunt you in the quiet moments. God, where are you? Don't you see what's happening to me? Have you forgotten about me? These are the silent cries of a heart that's been stretched to its limit. You go to church, you smile, you say all the right things, but deep down, you're wrestling. You're wrestling with doubt, with fear, with disappointment. You see others getting their breakthroughs, their prayers answered, and you wonder, when will it be my turn? It feels like you're in a desert, and God's voice, which once felt so clear, has become a faint whisper, almost lost in the wind. This is the wilderness season. It's a place of testing, a place of refining, but it's also a place of profound intimacy if we can just hold on. Think about Elijah. After his incredible victory on Mount Carmel, you'd think he'd be on top of the world. But instead, he's running for his life, terrified and exhausted. He ends up in a cave, completely defeated, and asks God to just end it all. And how does God respond? Not with a powerful earthquake, not with a roaring fire, but with a gentle whisper, a still, small voice. In our weakest, most desperate moments, God often chooses to speak in the most subtle ways. He's not distant. He's drawing us closer, teaching us to listen not with our ears, but with our hearts. This season you're in, this season of silence and uncertainty, it's not a punishment, it's preparation. God is stripping away all the noise, all the things you've been relying on, so that you can learn to rely solely on Him. He's teaching you to walk by faith, not by sight. He's showing you that His presence is not always a feeling. It's a promise. He promised He would never leave you nor forsake you. And that promise holds true even when you can't feel Him, even when you can't hear Him. He's leading you, one step at a time, even if He's not explaining the whole journey. The pain you're feeling is real. The confusion is valid. But don't let it convince you that you're alone. You are being held in the palm of a sovereign God who knows the end from the beginning. This season is forging a strength in you that you didn't know you had. It's cultivating a depth of faith that will sustain you for the rest of your life. He's not just trying to get you through this season. He's trying to get something into you during this season. He's developing character, resilience, and an unshakable trust in His goodness. So what do you do when you're in this place? You keep showing up. You keep praying, even when your prayers feel like they're hitting the ceiling. You keep reading His Word, even when the pages feel dry. You keep worshipping, even when your heart is heavy. These acts of faith are like anchors in the storm. They declare to your soul, and to the enemy, that no matter what you feel, you know who God is. You are choosing to believe His promises over your circumstances. This is the fight of faith. And remember, you're not the only one. Look around. So many of us are experts at pretending we have it all together. But the truth is, we all walk through these valleys. Your story of enduring the silence will one day be the lifeline for someone else who feels like God has gone quiet on them. Your scars will become a testament to God's faithfulness. The very thing that feels like it is breaking you right now is what God will use to build something beautiful and strong in your life. He sees you. He hears your unspoken questions. He knows the weight you're carrying. And even in the whisper, He is leading you. He is guiding you out of the wilderness. The sun will rise again. The silence will break. And you will look back on this time and see that He was with you every single step of the way, crafting a masterpiece out of your pain. Don't give up. The whisper is enough. His presence is enough. He is enough. Keep listening. Keep following. Your breakthrough is coming. Thanks for watching. If this message spoke to you, consider subscribing for more encouragement. God bless. Today's message isn't here to entertain you. It's not about flashy graphics or quick tips. It's here to confront you with truth, to sit with you in your pain, and to remind you that God has not forgotten your name. If you have ever felt lost while still praying, obedient while still confused, faithful while still hurting, then I ask you to stay with me for a little while. Don't rush this moment. Let every word settle deep into your spirit, because sometimes just one sentence can unlock years of waiting. Sometimes one moment of stillness can change the entire trajectory of your life. We live in a world that moves at an incredible speed. We're told to hustle, to grind, to always be moving forward. And when we hit a wall, when we find ourselves in a season of waiting, it feels like failure. It feels like we've done something wrong. We look at our lives and say, God, I'm doing everything you asked me to do. I'm praying. I'm serving. I'm trying to be obedient. So why am I still here? Why is my situation not changing? Why do I feel so stuck? It's a lonely place to be, isn't it? You feel disconnected, even in a room full of people. You put on a brave face, you smile, you say all the right things, but deep down, you're carrying a silent ache. The ache of a promise that hasn't been fulfilled. The ache of a prayer that seems to go unanswered. Let me tell you something that you need to hear right now. Your waiting is not a punishment. Your confusion is not a sign of weak faith. Your hurt is not an indication that God has abandoned you. In fact, it can be quite the opposite. Often, the deepest work God does in us happens not on the mountaintops of victory, but in the valleys of waiting. It's in the quiet, in the stillness, in the moments where all we have is our faith and a flickering flame of hope. Think about the stories in the Bible. Joseph waited in a pit in a prison for 13 years before he saw the fulfillment of his dream. Abram and Sarah waited until they were old and gray for the promised son. David was anointed king as a teenager, but spent years on the run, hiding in caves, before he ever sat on the throne. Their stories are not just ancient tales. They are love letters to the waiting heart. They are proof that God's timing is perfect, even when it feels painfully slow. What were they doing in the waiting? They were being forged. Their character was being refined. Their trust was being deepened. Joseph learned forgiveness and administration in Potiphar's house and in prison. David learned leadership, humility, and complete reliance on God while he was hiding from Saul. The waiting wasn't empty time, it was preparation time, and the same is true for you. This season you're in, as difficult as it is not wasted time. God is preparing you for what He has prepared for you. He is building a foundation in you that is strong enough to hold the weight of the blessing that is coming. I want you to think about a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, what happens? For a long time, nothing. You water it, you make sure it has sunlight, but on the surface, everything looks the same. It's just dirt. But underneath, in the darkness, a miracle is happening. Roots are growing down, establishing a firm hold. Life is stirring, is pushing through the soil, breaking through the resistance. That's you right now. You might feel like you're buried. You might feel like you're in the dark, but God is at work. Roots of resilience, roots of faith, roots of patience are growing deep within you. And when the time is right, you will break through the surface. So what do we do while we wait? We stay obedient, even when it doesn't make sense. We keep praying, even when the heavens feel like brass. We hold on to our faith, even when our heart is hurting. Why? Because our obedience is not conditional on our understanding. Our faithfulness is not dependent on our feelings. Our God is worthy of our trust, not because He always gives us what we want, when we want it, but because He is good, and His love for us is unwavering. He sees the bigger picture that we cannot see. He knows the end from the beginning. Let's get practical. How do we navigate this? First, be honest with God. Don't pretend you're okay when you're not. Pour out your heart to Him. Tell Him about your confusion, your frustration, your pain. He can handle it. The Psalms are filled with raw, honest cries to God. David didn't hold back. He said, "How long, O Lord? Will you forget me forever?" Being faithful doesn't mean being fake. It means being real with the one who loves you most. Second, find your anchor. What are the truths you can hold on to when the storms of doubt and fear are raging? For me, it's verses like Jeremiah 29-11. "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Or Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. Write these truths down. Put them where you can see them every day. Speak them out loud. Let them become more real to you than your circumstances. Third, stay in community. The enemy wants to isolate you. He wants you to believe that you're the only one going through this, that no one understands. That's a lie. Reach out to a trusted friend, a pastor, or a small group. Share your struggle. Let others pray for you and encourage you. We are meant to carry each other's burdens. You don't have to walk this road alone. And finally, look for the small graces. In the middle of the long wait, God often sprinkles little reminders of His love and faithfulness. It might be a timely word from a friend, a beautiful sunset, a moment of unexpected peace. Don't dismiss these things. Acknowledge them. Thank God for them. These small graces are whispers from heaven, saying, "I'm still here. I haven't forgotten you. Keep going. Your story isn't over." This chapter of waiting is not the final chapter. It's a necessary part of the narrative that is shaping you into the person God created you to be. It's developing a depth in you that you could never have achieved any other way. One day, you will look back on this season, not with bitterness, but with gratitude. You will see how God used every tear, every question, every moment of uncertainty to draw you closer to Him and to prepare you for your purpose. The waiting is not a denial from God. It is a process from God. And the process is just as important as the promise. So today, if you are feeling lost, confused, and hurt, take a deep breath. Release the need to have all the answers. Surrender your timeline to the one who holds all of time in His hands. Trust the process. Stay faithful in the waiting, because the God who started a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. He has not forgotten your name. He hears your prayers, and His plans for you are good. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe for more content that aims to bring encouragement and truth. We'll see you in the next one.